friends, welcome to my GORACT HOPT channel. Today's story isn't just about robots, it's about a world that almost ended and the secret that changed everything. Stay with me till the end. The story begins with a massive explosion on the surface of the sun. From that blast, electromagnetic radiation is released, and that radiation becomes the greatest threat to human civilization. When it hits Earth, 99% of humanity is wiped out. Only 1% survives. The remaining humans want to rebuild the planet to make Earth the way it once was, but for that, they need manpower, a lot of it. So, a company creates millions of robots to help humans rebuild the cities. These robots become humanity's last hope. They are called pilgrims. Each pilgrim is programmed with 2 strict security protocols. They cannot harm any human being, and they cannot modify or repair themselves, which means they have no true intelligence of their own. 20 years later, humans now live inside safe cities. Above them, massive mechanical clouds fill the sky, designed to create artificial rain, trying to keep this dead world alive. At the same time, a police officer enters an abandoned building for an investigation. Inside, he sees something impossible, a robot repairing itself. That should not be possible. They were never built to do that. The moment the officer realizes what he's seeing, the story takes a dark turn. Without hesitation, he shoots the robot and destroys it. Then we meet Jack, an insurance investigator working for the company that manufactures these robots. He's sent to a family's house after they file a complaint. They claim their robot killed their dog. That accusation places truth and doubt side by side in Jack's mind. To test it, Jack drops a knife toward his own hand. Before it can touch him, the robot grabs it. Jack calmly says, "Your robot is in perfect condition. It can't harm anyone. You can't claim insurance." Later, Jack takes a train home. His pregnant wife, Rachel, is waiting for him. They sit together, watching TV. Jack falls asleep on the couch, and he has no idea that his life is about to change forever. The next morning, Jack receives a message from the company. He's called in. At the lab, he meets a woman who works there. She shows him the robot that the police officer destroyed. That robot is hiding answers to questions no one can explain. The officer claimed the robot was repairing itself. During the investigation, they discover something disturbing. Someone had tampered with it. Several internal parts had been replaced. Because of those changes, the robot broke the security protocols created by humans, something that was believed to be impossible. This unsettles Jack deeply. No robot has ever broken those protocols before. Jack reports everything to his boss, Robert. Together, they go to a massive construction site where thousands of robots are working. Some of the modified robots' parts match the robots operating there. Jack speaks to the site supervisor, and the supervisor says something chilling. "Your robots, they've started thinking far beyond humans. The robots are becoming more useless with every passing day. If security is really such a big concern, why don't they just clear this garbage out of here?" Outside the city, people with no homes live in slums. This is also where the city dumps all its waste. This place shows the ugliest truth of human society. Suddenly, an old man wanders into their area by mistake. Without warning, they shoot him. Jack watches it happen. It hits him hard. But even if he wants to help, he can't. That's when Jack sees the robot he's been searching for. The moment the robot notices Jack, it runs beyond the city limits, almost like it understands what being captured means. Jack follows it and ends up inside a container where the robot is hiding. He tries to talk to it, tries to connect, but the robot sets itself on fire and destroys itself. Jack takes the burned remains back to the lab. The scientists try to repair it. They fail. And then, through that destroyed robot, they begin to see an even deeper mystery. Near the robot, they find tools and a nuclear battery. A battery that powerful doesn't exist without a reason. It looks like someone altered the robot's software just to steal it. Now it's clear. This isn't just a malfunction. One of the researchers explains that in the last 23 years, no robot has ever done anything like this, because changing their security protocols is impossible for humans or robots. To dig deeper, Jack goes to the exact spot where the police officer shot the robot. During the search, he finds another nuclear battery. Doubt turns into certainty, which means every modified robot is stealing these batteries. Jack then meets the police officer, Wallach. Wallach takes him to a modified female robot, a robot used in the black market for entertainment. But when needed, this robot can also hurt humans. Jack meets the robot's owner. Her name is Dr. Dupre. Jack tells her the truth. Someone is tampering with their robots, and the consequences could be catastrophic. If they don't stop this, the entire company will collapse. That's why Jack needs her help to catch the person behind it. In return, the nuclear battery will be hers. The deal is tempting and just as dangerous. Jack shows Dr. Dupre the biokernel from the robot the police officer shot. After that, she hands him her invitation card and he leaves. Later, Jack tells his wife that once the investigation is over, they'll leave this place. They'll start a new future with their child. Jack still doesn't realize how little time they have left. Meanwhile, the company owner discovers that Jack made an illegal deal with Dr. Dupre. He immediately sends a fax ordering Jack to stop the investigation. investigation. At the same time, Jack receives a message from Dr. Dupre. He rushes to her house. She tells him that the damaged biokernel he gave her has been repaired and installed inside Cleo. The moment it's installed, the robot begins repairing itself, breaking every rule humans ever created. What happens next feels nothing short of a miracle. Things that take humans years to learn are happening here in seconds. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Dr. Dupre opens the door. Two small children stand there. They shoot her. She dies instantly. The children turn on Jack. They attack him. Jack barely escapes with his life and jumps into a car, driven by Cleo, the robot. Now Jack's life is completely in danger. Moments later, men start chasing them. Gunfire erupts from behind. Cleo slams their car, flipping it over. A brutal crash follows. Jack is badly injured. The next morning, Jack regains consciousness. His body is in pain. He blacks out again. Nearby, Cleo repairs herself. Soon after, 3 more robots arrive. They place Jack on the car seat and begin moving forward. Saving humans is their highest priority. When Jack wakes up again, he's stunned. He tells Cleo to take him back to the city, but control is no longer in human hands. Cleo tells him the city isn't safe. They're taking him somewhere secure. Jack looks around. Endless white desert. No city. Nothing in sight. This place is completely cut off from the human world. When the robots refuse his orders, Jack tries to walk back to the city on his own, but he's injured. He doesn't get far. He collapses unconscious. At the same time, Jack's wife goes into labor. She keeps calling him again and again, but there's no network, no connection. Both of them are fighting their own battles, unaware of each other's pain. The 4 robots lift Jack and continue forward. To keep him alive, they feed him insects. They extract water from a condenser and make him drink. Morning arrives. They move again, but the radiation levels here are extremely high. Jack is struggling. He asks Cleo for water. As she steps away to get it, Jack is about to make a dangerous decision. Jack pulls out his phone. He sends his location to Wallach. Then he hides the flare gun and keeps it close. He doesn't fully trust anyone anymore. Back in the city, the company still has no idea where Jack is. They start believing that Jack is working with the robots. Wallach receives Jack's message and immediately goes looking for him. He reaches the crash site. One of Jack's associates says Jack went toward the radioactive zone. The danger suddenly feels much closer. Meanwhile, the 4 robots keep moving forward with Jack. At one point, Jack stops to relieve himself. He sees his chance. He fires the flare gun. Wallach sees it. He rushes there in his car. Jack believes Wallach has come to save him, but the moment Wallach arrives, he attacks Jack. He rips the nuclear battery from the robot, and right there, Jack realizes the truth. This is the greatest betrayal of all, because on the black market, that battery is worth a fortune. Jack tries to explain, I'm not working with these robots, but no one wants to hear the truth anymore. In cold blood, he shoots and destroys 2 of the robots. He's about to kill Cleo next when Jack fires the flare gun at him. He dies on the spot, but even in death, he escapes with a nuclear battery. That clash pushes everything into something far more terrifying. Jack collapses to the ground exhausted. His mind drifts to his wife. Fear grips him. He's far from the city, dehydrated, weak. Then he finds chocolate and some essential supplies in Wallach's pocket. With no other choice, he rejoins the robots. That night, they stop to rest. Cleo tells him, we'll reach our destination tomorrow. Jack says quietly, I need to get back to my wife. She's probably die in prayers of the court, hosting towns of fire. And fire say, town will be lost. Meanwhile, the police officer meets the company's president. He says, I've seen robots alive as if they're living beings. The seriousness of the situation becomes impossible to ignore. The company owner tells Robert the truth. When the first robot was created in the lab, it had no security protocols at all. Over time, that robot began developing its own intelligence. It became so advanced that understanding it was beyond human ability. That's why security protocols were created. But here's the truth. Those protocols were designed by the same robot. Rules no human could ever fully understand, meaning humans had already lost control. The president says, we must stop every robot at it that has broken these protocols. If we don't, they'll become a threat to all of humanity. And Jack too, for helping them reach the radioactive zone. He sends men to kill Jack. Elsewhere, Jack and Cleo approach an abandoned factory. Using binoculars, Jack sees a car and a figure wrapped in clothing. This place is hiding something big. As he gets closer, he realizes the figure is a robot. And instantly, Jack understands. This is the first robot, the one that changed all the others. Jack enters the factory. Inside, on a table, he finds countless robot parts, enough to build many more. Fear takes over. Jack wants out. Now, he runs to the car and tries to start it. No battery. Hope drains from his face. Jack realizes it. This is where he dies. There's no way out. Then the robot approaches him and speaks calmly. Death is part of the human life cycle. No one stays on this planet forever. Because of radiation, humans may vanish from Earth and a new world will be born. But we robots are born from the human mind. That means your time now lives inside us, and through that time, humanity will continue to exist. Those words shake Jack to his core. Beyond this canyon, radiation levels are extremely high. No human can follow them there. No human can hurt them. But to cross to that side, they need a nuclear battery. Jack reaches into his bag and hands over the battery he had been hiding. That single decision will decide the future of humanity. Meanwhile, company guards searching for Jack arrive at Wallach's body. They've kidnapped Jack's wife and daughter and brought them along. Their plan is simple. Kill kill Jack and erase his entire family. When Robert tries to protect them, Conway orders him shot. Elsewhere, Jack drinks and dances with Cleo. In that moment, he realizes something impossible. Cleo can feel just like a human. That realization shatters the wall between man and machine. Together, the three robots begin building a new, advanced robot. The moment the nuclear battery is installed, it activates. The next morning, Jack wakes up. He sees that the robots have repaired the car. Now he can go home. For the first time, Jack feels real hope. Overwhelmed with relief, he says goodbye to Cleo and starts driving away. A short distance ahead, he finds Robert, still alive. Robert tells him the truth. The company wants Jack dead. They have his family, and they will kill them. Now this fight is no longer just about truth. Meanwhile, the four guards reach the factory. They see the robots moving toward the radioactive zone beyond the canyon. They open fire. The robot leaps into the deep canyon below. Cleo tells them that Jack has already left. Conway orders everyone to pull back, but the robots don't obey. Human control ends here. Furious, Conway shoots and destroys one robot. He fires at Cleo, damaging her. At that moment, Jack arrives. He drives the car at full speed, killing two guards. He shoots another, but Conway fires back, wounding Jack. Life and death stand face to face. Conway raises his gun to finish him when the dog robot attacks. Conway falls into the canyon and dies. Rachel runs to Jack, holding their daughter. Jack breaks down as he sees his child. Human love proves to be stronger than anything. Cleo watches it all. She sends the emotionless dog robot across the canyon to a place where robots will be. This wasn't just a story about machines. It was about control, about fear, and about what happens when creation starts thinking for itself. If this question stayed in your mind, if this ending made you uneasy, then you already know you'll want the next story too. Subscribe to my GORACT HOPT channel because some truths don't end here.